All right, here we go. We are black against e4. Let's play e5, d5, and hopefully... And oh, that's not an elephant gambit. He played d3, c3. Okay, so he's giving me the option to trade queens, but then the king is going to just go over here, and it's probably fine, but it's not the kind of position I want to play, so I'm not going to go for that right now. I'm just going to develop. Knight c6, plays queen e2. I don't really know what's happening. I think we're just going to develop the pieces and not overthink it. Get the knights out. We'll follow the principal knights before bishops. He's pinning me. So bishop e7 seems good. Takes. We would have this defended. Let's do it. Bishop e7, break the pin. That's the easiest way. When somebody pins your knight, usually just putting the bishop there is the easiest way to break the pin. And then you can just recapture with the bishop. And usually you're in pretty good shape. Okay, looks like they might want to castle this way, so maybe I'll put my bishop here to kind of be ready for that. Yeah, I think this is a good place. So let's go bishop e6. Keeping my options open, I could castle either way, right? Okay, knight f3, let's see. Does it threaten anything? Not really. Even if this trade happens, we've got two defenders on the pawn. He would have two attackers. So the question is, where should I put my queen, or should I do something else? Takes, push. That doesn't really look too promising. I'm probably going to go here, but there's also the idea of here. Then the rook is... Let's see, if you take, I take. Okay, I'll go here. I don't know. Tough decision between e7 and d7, but let's go with e7 for now, and then I think we just castle this way. They haven't castled yet. So I could be castling into an attack. I'm okay with that. If they decide to throw these pawns and attack me, I'm okay with that. Aha. Well, that's why you have to think about it, because you never know. So if I take... We open up the D file. We can put some pressure in the center. That's usually a good idea. If I push, what's my idea? The idea with pushing is I'm going to take here and then attack this way. This is such a weird position. Also pushing, it kind of like locks in these pieces, which is kind of nice. So I'm tempted to do that. If he tries to push by, then it opens up b4. Yeah, maybe I will do this. Maybe I will do this move. I guess my bishop's kind of bad too, but it's still better than white's bishop. Okay, so we don't want to get trapped here. Now we're not at the moment. We've got two pieces, but that's something to keep an eye on. I think... Let's see, what happens if we go for this? What's he going to do? If he takes me, I'm happy to come up here. Okay, maybe not right away. That would be dangerous, but eventually. This is so strange. I really don't know what to do here. I mean, I could just go for the rook, doubling up the rooks, and then taking and attacking this way. I could play h6 to make sure this isn't ever a problem. Let's do that. Then my queen's free to move. I don't have to worry about the bishop getting trapped. Okay, he goes bishop there. Yeah, so now would be a good time to take and attack this pawn, I think. Because how do you deal with that? All right, we're going to take. We go queen d7. And I don't see how they're going to deal with this unless they're going to go back to f1, which I can't imagine that they're going to play. If you push, I should have plenty of pieces to take it. I mean, maybe they will play bishop f1, but that doesn't seem very good, right? I don't know. Let's see. What is white going to do about... Oh, they do. Wait, what? We take. If they try to push on me, I don't really care. I'll just move. I don't see it, guys. I don't see it. Looks to me like we just win a pawn. So I'm going to take the pawn. Not to mention, it's opening up the lines for the queen and the bishop, the files and the diagonals. What's up, Rob? Hey, Steven. How you guys doing? Okay, so he takes. So let's see. Actually, we could take either way. This one hits. They both hit the rook. Actually, probably the queen is more powerful. Just it's a more centralized square. Attacks all kinds of things. So I think we'll do it that way. Yeah, they can't do that. Do you guys see why they can't do that? Why is this a blunder? Why is this a blunder? It's not because of this. I mean, yeah, I can sack my queen for 2 rooks, but that's just so-so. It's because the knight. The king was guarding the knight, and now I just take it. So they forgot about that one. I think white's playing a little bit too quickly. And as long as I don't get checkmated here, we're in good shape. So let's see. We could take the rook. They attack me. I would have plenty of time to defend, like bishop d5 would be a good move. So let's do it. Let's take the rook. Okay. Maybe a6 to chase the queen away, or is there a more powerful move? Yeah, let's go ahead and make it move. And I am going to be looking for opportunities to force a trade. That's the simplest and easiest way to win, right? When you're ahead a rook, just trade everything. Okay. So do you guys see an opportunity to force a trade? There should be one move that jumps out at you. All right. Hopefully you said queen d4. It's actually a fork. Yep. And so they have to make a trade. They do. And now we're just up a rook in an endgame. Super easy. Yeah. And they just resign. So I think white was just playing too quickly. Probably should have slowed down a little bit there. Let's check the game review, see if we had any brilliant moves. I don't think so. Wasn't really much happening in that game, so I don't expect to see too much in the game review. Assuming the game review is going to happen. Okay, there we go. There we go. The funny thing is I don't even get like any points from that. Beating 2,000 rated players is like doesn't really do anything anymore. What's going on, guys? Okay, 93. Yeah, good accuracy. Nothing really to spend a lot of time on. Let's go to the next game. Yeah, we did get 2 points for that. Okay, 2 points. All right. I really want to see a Sicilian. No, okay. What do you guys want? Tell me in the chat. King's Gambit, Danish Gambit, Ponziani, or Bishop's Opening. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These are your options. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. What's the vote? Ponziani, Danish. Ooh, I'm seeing lots of Danish. Lots of kings. Kings are okay. I can't tell. Let's try a Danish Gambit. I saw a lot of those initially, so we'll go with the Danish Gambit. Okay, so Danish Gambit, we're not going to take with the queen because then our queen's going to get chased around. We're going to just threaten to take back with the pawn. And if black wants to, I will let them take all the way down here. And the point is, while they're taking pawns, we're going to be developing pieces. Okay, this is one pretty good way, I think, for them to just decline the gambit. And against this, I guess we have to... I'm just thinking if there's some crazy ideas here. No, we'll just take the pawn with the queen. Unfortunately, d5 is a very good move. If they don't want to play the gambit, that's a good way to decline the gambit. So I don't think there's too much we can do in this case. We'll take the pawn. And I won't take that just yet. I'll bring my knight out, see if they'll trade into me. Then my knight gets to kind of jump into the center rather than putting their bishop in the center. Okay, but now I'm going to have to. And so I think I will. I'll defend my knight, and then I'll get my king out of the center. Okay. So it's basically just an equal position. Let's develop the bishop. We'll pin the knight temporarily. Probably going to put my knight here. No, he's attacking me. Okay, rook e1. Let's see, if they take me, though, I can't take back with the bishop because of the pin, so I'd have to take back with the pawn. I don't really know if that's what I want. So do we have any other ways to do this? We could go bishop d1. It's kind of an ugly looking move, though. I'm not sure if I really want to do that. It does get away from the rook. Anything else? Okay, let's do it. Although, how am I going to get rid of the bishop? I do need to figure that out. Okay, I think I see a possible solution. Although, hold on. I don't want my rooks to get disconnected. That could be bad. Let's see if there's a better solution. You know what? Maybe the best thing is to just take the doubled pawns, because then he has to give up his bishop. Maybe that's the best thing. Yeah. The more I look at it, the more I think it's probably what I should do. Okay. We'll go rook e1. I understand if you take here, yeah, I have to take with the pawn. But now I got rid of that bishop. I do have the bishop pair. Yes, I have some bad pawns, but I think that's an okay trade-off, actually. And now I can bring my knight, and we'll go from here. It'll be interesting to see what Stockfish says in that position. I'm curious, because I'm not sure. Andrew has last night's stream on in the background, too. There you go. So if I want to double their pawns, I can, but then I have to deal with the rook. Don't love that. I think we just need to develop the knight. Just checking for blunders, tactics, but there's not really anything. The pawns actually do a really good job of stopping the knights. And you can see that I don't have a lot of squares going forward. Probably going to get this rook here. Like this. Okay, so they don't want to let me... Looks like this is the idea. Do I want to be aggressive here and throw the pawns forward? Yeah, I think that makes sense. Because if you go back this way, now I can play a4 and just kind of keep being annoying. Yeah. Yeah, I like this. Okay. Now I'm thinking we push and go knight c4. If I push, the knight's going to go here. Knight c4, we take. Do we like that position? The bishops are looking pretty good. Alternatively, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Push here. And actually, maybe I could even chase the knight away first with something like f4 and then try to jump into c4. The only issue is my bishop might be getting trapped after knight g6. That's what I'm not sure about. Okay, so let's just do this instead. Yeah, let's go here. He's probably going to take it. Okay, I'm going to drop the bishop back, I think, to right here. I guess I could have gone all the way to e3, actually, because then if you take me, I get to undouble my pawns. Maybe I should have done that. Still a pretty boring endgame. I don't know that we're going to have too many chances to win here. Unless black makes a mistake. Is that a mistake? If I take and go here to fork. No, I don't think we want to do that. I'm going to try to stop g5, and if I can plant my bishop here, this is like a permanent target for me. So yeah, this is actually a nice looking threat. Knight e5 is interesting though. Don't really want the opposite color bishop ending. Yeah, he's going to go for that. It's kind of passive. I don't know if this is smart. But I really don't want an opposite color bishop ending. That's like pretty much going to just for sure be a draw. Okay. Wait, so what is... Hold on, what's his plan here? He's going to go rook over, f4, knight f7 or something? Okay, well, we're not going to lose the bishop because we can always defend it. And I'm thinking on knight f7, maybe bishop c4 is a good move. Oh, that's what he wanted. He wanted to attack. Okay, but I can just take that now. See, this is better for me, guys, because now it's the same color bishop. Dark square, dark square. I'm much more happy doing this. I don't think I want to let him do that. It's pretty annoying. So I'm going to go king g2. Get away from the pin here. Yeah, we'll defend the pawn. And then maybe we come over here and trade everything off. If I win this pawn, I'm definitely going to have a big advantage with 2 pawns. Even if we end up trading these pawns, I've got the passed pawn. So this should be a good ending now. It's usually good when your pawns are on the opposite color of the bishops because his bishop cannot attack my pawns. My bishop can attack his pawn, right? So when you're thinking about blockading the pawns, that's something to think about. I think I want to go here next. Trait, get rid of this rook. Oh, what if they go rook f3? I just noticed that. Rook f3. Kind of annoying. Rook c2 to defend. Okay, I guess we're fine. I guess we're fine there. Okay, he does go for that, and I am going to just defend. It's still kind of tricky, because it's not that easy to get rid of this annoying rook. So I can play rook h1, but then I lose this pawn. Okay, I'm going to try to trap the bishop. Of course, he's going to move it, but then I think I'm going to try to push the pawns, create some problems for the black king. That's what I'm thinking. I don't want to play too passively here. See, that I don't think I'm worried about it. I don't think I'm worried about that. Why did he let me do this? Well, that was a terrible move, as far as I can tell. Now his bishop is stuck. That was a really bad decision. Okay. I think I'm just going to invade, because he can never really do anything. I can always just come up and take his pawn. So basically do whatever I want now. As long as I don't let this bishop out. So that's the one thing I want to make sure I keep the bishop trapped. We're in good shape. Oh, unless there's g3, which I did kind of forget about. Uh-oh. Is that a problem for me? No, as long as my rook doesn't get skewered, we're good, I think. Yeah, you can take that, but I'm just going to take it. The only danger was my rook getting taken. So here we take, they come check, I can run this way, we just take it. Okay. Let's go here and try to force the issue. I want to force the king to go back. I think I could have gone, I'm not live anymore. Okay, I gotta... Are we still live, guys? Can someone say? It looked like it just dropped the stream for a few seconds, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Oh, it's back? Okay, sorry about that. I guess OBS stopped sending the signal for a second. You're threatening this. I think I can take that. Actually, no. Maybe I shouldn't take that. No reason to do anything crazy. Actually, yeah, I could have taken it and gone check in here. I think that was a win, but see if there's a simpler one. Yeah, I gotta go faster. Gotta go faster here. I don't want to flag. Still should be winning. Yeah, we're just gonna bring the bishop. Okay. Ladder mate for the win. Ladder mate for the win. There we go. All right. A little bit closer than I would have liked it to be, but it's okay. We did it. Let's see. Let's see what Stockfish says about that one. Yeah, actually some instructive things to talk about too with the bishops there at the end. So let's go through and we'll talk about it. Okay, so no brilliant moves, but it was a good game. We were never really in trouble. All right, so let's talk about this. So, yeah, if they don't want to take the gambit, d5 is, you know, good move. Okay, so this is what I was saying. If I take this, which Stockfish says is good, but now I have an opposite color bishop ending. My bishop's going to be able to control all of the white squares. His bishop's going to be able to control all of the dark squares. It's very likely this game is going to end in a draw because he can create some sort of blockade with his bishop and pawns, and I can't do anything about it, and vice versa, right? So that's what I really wanted to avoid. That's why I didn't want to take the knight here. But then later, this opportunity, this is totally different because now the bishops are on the same color. They can fight for the same types of things, right? Now, Stockfish says I had a better move, just king g2. Oh, letting him take this and then using my bishop pair to kind of harass the rooks, I guess. And then, yeah, okay, I don't know what all Stockfish wanted me to do. But anyway, I was happy with this ending. Yeah, and then this was really bad, letting his bishop get trapped like this. Yeah, Stockfish says if you just move your bishop there, I have a very minimal advantage, and that's it. As soon as he allowed me c5, that was like really big mistake. And then it was just a question of, you know, not blundering anything. pushing the pawn, not losing on time. Okay. Yep, cool. Here we go. $24.15, guys. Let's go for the elephant gambit. Again, the pre-move elephant gambit. There it is. There it is. Okay. This one is tricky. I'm pretty sure we take it and we go F5. I remember this, and I think we push E4 also. We just chase those knights all over the place. And I'm pretty sure this is a pretty good position for me. You know what? Maybe I should go bishop E6 to not allow them bishop C4. Yeah, let's do that. Because that's a really logical developing move for them. And we've just taken it away. So they have to resort to something else. So they go for this. Okay, let me take that. Now, the big question is, do I need to worry about this or not? That is the question. If I ignore it, what happens? If they take with the bishop, I take, they take, I castle. I think we get a very nice attack. They take with the knight. That's the one I don't like so much, because then we can't castle. We have to play rook d8, which is still okay, but I don't think I want to give up the pawn for that. It's actually kind of annoying. I really don't want to play g6 in this position. I want to develop my pieces, you know? We could do something fancy, but it's pretty obvious what I'm doing if I go there, setting up a fork. Could play queen f6, but then knight f3, bishop g5 looks unpleasant. Yeah, what did I do wrong? I must have done something wrong here. Oh, I bet it was taking. Why did I take? Yeah, I didn't need to take that. I should have just ignored it. Because if he takes me, I'm going to do this castle. I have an amazing position. That was my mistake. Messed it all up, guys. I'm sorry. Messed it all up. Okay, well, you know what? We're going to... Man, I wish I could go back one move. Because as soon as he plays knight f3 and castles, like I'm not enjoying my position at all. What to do? I don't know what to do now. Everything just feels awkward. Okay, I'm gonna do this, and we may just have to go for this line if we get the option. Yeah, he doesn't even want to take it. Okay, he doesn't even want to take it. I gotta get out of my. I gotta get the king out of the center though soon, because if the castles and the rook comes over, that's it. We're done. We are done. Maybe queen d7 castles. I think I have to do that. Okay, so at least we defend, and now we can get the king out of here. Okay. Knight g5 might be a bit unpleasant. No, okay, let's go. All right, just in the nick of time, we got away from that pin. Very good. Now, what's the threat? You guys see that, right? Takes, bishop here, pins my queen. Actually, I don't know if that... Does that work? No, it doesn't quite work because I have this, but it's still something that I got to be really careful about. Yeah, I think I'm going to just shut it down with g6. Although knight g5 is maybe a problem. Knight e7 would defend it. And then we could meet knight g5 with bishop. Yeah, I feel like I'm just on the defensive here, though, guys. All right, sometimes it happens. Let me go knight e7. Can I get away with h6? Takes. Rook takes here. But I'd have to take with my knight. Not ideal. Alternatively, I could play g6. If he invades, we just move. Yeah, that should be okay. So the biggest problem that I'm seeing in the position is this weakness here. So g6 solves that. Yes, it creates a one here, but that's not a huge deal. We just move bishop g7. Okay. I think we're clawing back into the game now. But I think I did mess up by taking. I just let him have an easy time of it because that pawn was stopping his knight from developing. It was stopping his bishop from developing, and I just let all those pieces come out when I took it. Okay, rook g8. Bishop g7 next, or maybe knight d5. Whoa! Whoa! And there's a move for you. Okay. I don't think I want that pawn that badly. But maybe I do. Bishop g7 looks pretty solid just to get rid of this annoying bishop. I can't play knight d5, I'm just realizing. So, okay, we could take it. What's the idea? He's just going to get an open file to attack me. Then I'm hitting his bishop. Actually, that's kind of annoying. If I get the bishop, that's pretty good. All right, let's do it. I'll take the bait. I'll take the bait. Not because I want the pawns so badly, more because of this annoying attack on the bishop. Because if he has to move his bishop, we trade queens. And if he doesn't, I get rid of the powerful bishop. Yeah, he's going to let me take it. Okay. Okay, good. We can't do that because of our bishop. Maybe just bishop d5. Or just leave that and then get rid of this bishop. So if he takes me... Okay, I gotta go. I'm spending too much time. Hopefully there's no tactics here. Yeah, this person hasn't thought at all, so I gotta pick up the pace a little bit. Ooh. Option 1, we sack the queen. Option 2, I have to play queen e8. Can I survive that position? Queen f3? Yeah, we should be able to survive. Okay, we can do it. Don't love it. Honestly, sacking the queen might have not been that bad because my bishops were going to be so amazing. Like, I'm really actually curious if Stockfish would have said that was okay. I was going to have a bishop here, plant this bishop here. Like, they would have been just controlling everything. So that would have been really interesting to see. Also, I'm up a pawn, so I had two bishops and a pawn. This is really weak. Probably would have been okay, but... Okay, what's the threat? He's attacking this. So a6. He's going to sack his rook, isn't he? a6, sack, check here. That's mate. Uh-oh. He wants to sack his rook. And then check. And we lose, because if I go here, there's that move. Okay, so we got to get rid of the knight, first of all. And now maybe I can play a6. Because now, if you sack, you don't really have a follow-up. Also, this crazy move. No, it doesn't work. I don't think it works. Okay, so I should probably play this. Rook e1. Maybe bishop d7 is the move. We could try to defend also, but if bishop d7 works... That's how we get out of the pin. Now I'm free to move my queen, and unless he's going to go for this big trade, but I don't think he will. So I'm up a pawn. He doesn't want to trade queens. He has to move his queen, then I get to move my queen. And we no longer have the annoying pin. Question is, where's my queen going to go? I'm thinking d6 looks reasonable, or f6. Maybe just d6. Well, let's see where his queen goes first. Yeah, d6. Oh, is this a problem? Ooh. Yikes. So do I play c6 and defend this way, or do I play bishop c6 and run this way? It's kind of dangerous now. Ooh, rook e6. Okay, rook e7. Oh no. We got to stop this. Also, I don't have time. Okay, but we are threatening rook e8. I can't go rook e8 anymore. What a mess. Now I have to go rook d7. Okay, rook d7. I can't go rook d7 if he plays queen c4. Uh-oh. Yikes, 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 yikes. This is bad. Queen c4 is a good move. Okay, now I can go rook d7 unless he puts me in check, when I'll go back. Actually, I could also go king b8. Okay, let's go rook d7. Try to get some of these rooks out of here. At least trade one. Somehow I'm down a pawn now. But I'm still okay playing this endgame, even down a pawn. He's got a check, but then I can just block. Okay, let's push this pawn as quick as we can. Let's push it as quick as we can. And try not to get checkmated by the knight and the queen. Easier said than done. Too slow. I'm too slow, guys. I don't know why I did this. Ah. I would have just played faster earlier. Why did I spend so much time? Man. Ah. That's annoying. And then I should have not traded the queens because it was going to cost me the piece. I needed to keep the piece, stay the piece, or take his knight. That's what I'm trying to say. I need to take his knight before I traded. But I don't know. I kind of panicked with the time situation. Yeah, so bad. I don't even want to look at this game. I don't even want to look at it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, taking was awful. I knew it too. Yep, that's what put me on the defensive. Yeah, he played an awful move before. And now I'm back in the driver's seat. I was just too slow. Bishop d7. Oh, queen a6. Haha. How's that for a move? Okay. And then at the end, yeah, we're definitely winning because of the pawns, but it's not that easy with no time. And then, yeah, just take the knight, Nels. Just take it. I don't, like, why did I play queen e5? I don't know. Okay. Let's not do that again. Let's not do that again. We got to play faster. Okay, we take this. All right, that's a bad move. That's a bad move. Now you can't develop your knight. So how do we take advantage of this? I think knight c6 and take with the pawn here. I know it looks weird, but if we can keep the go bishop d7. If we can keep this structure with the pawn, then these pieces are like never going to get into the game, and that's very good for us. Yeah, even a queen trade here is okay, actually. I think I will just castle, let him take me, and be very happy with this position. The reason it's so good for me is because, like I said, the way that these pawns are, all the pieces are stuck, which is very bad when you're trying to develop. And you don't have an easy way to do this without me opening up and getting your king. So it's very awkward for white. It's very awkward for white. Okay. He's going to try, though. I think we just develop quickly. Just develop quickly. Yeah, this is what you have to resort to, some sort of crazy shenanigans to try to get the pieces out. But maybe I can even go bishop b3. So they want to go knight a3, but now it's going to cost them a pawn. Actually, is it going to cost them a pawn? Maybe not. Maybe not, because they will get the pawn on a7, so maybe they could do it. But I still feel like I should have some good moves here. Maybe knight d5 and jump over here, because if we can get our knight on d3, that would be amazing. Yeah, knight d5. Okay, they castle. I still think we go knight d5. And on d4, we en passant. Then we can sack and win a pawn. Let's do it. Let's do it. So they have to stop me from going here. Either g3 or no, they don't stop me. The problem with taking is that after knight f4, they do have d4 and it hits my knight, which we don't want. We don't want that. So I guess I'll just go back. But if I go back rook e1, knight f4, and they take me, yeah, no, we can't do that. Okay. Well, I guess I'll go back and play f5 then. I mean, I don't... Feels like I maybe missed something. I could plant the bishop on d3. That's not bad, actually. That's actually not bad. Yeah, let's do it. Because now it's forcing this bishop to have to come over here to develop in an awkward way. You can't push this, get your normal development. Yeah, and it also defends the pawn. Okay. So there we go. And now maybe just bishop d6. And I think we can try to attack over here because all of white's pieces are kind of stuck on this area. Yeah, bishop d6 and attack. Okay. That seems like a good plan. I want to start with f5. I want to make sure I don't lose this pawn. If I do have to trade, I want to make sure I can keep this clamp here. I guess I could actually consider, maybe I could have considered taking that because then you can't get rid of my bishop. I wonder if that was smarter. Oh no, he's going there. Okay. Okay. So if I attack it, it's going to d4. If I go bishop c5, I'm running into b4. Okay, I have an idea, guys. I have an idea. I think I'm going to play bishop d6 and just ignore that knight altogether. Because if they take me, I'm happy. Now my rook gets to come into the attack. Got rid of this annoying knight. If they take a pawn, I don't really care. If it's just a pawn, I want to attack over here. And if they go here, maybe I can bring this rook to defend and start pushing like this or something. Somehow I want to generate an attack. Maybe it's f3, maybe it's h3, maybe it's all these pawns. I don't know. Maybe it's my knight. Maybe it's the rook coming over, but somehow we're going to do this. Okay. Yes, fine. Knight f4. So you take my bishop, I replace it with an even better piece, the knight. What's his plan? Is he going to go bishop f1 here? Is that the idea? Yeah, I guess you could do that. I'd probably just take it and play knight there anyway, to be honest with you. We're doing better on time this game. It's good. Goes back. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the free move. Like, do I want to play a6 to try to force the trade for this? He might just ignore it and go here. Or do I want to just start pushing? Like, get some pawns up here to help me. Yeah, I think I do want some pawns. Let's go with some pawns. What if he plays g3? Maybe I want the g pawn so I can jump in and support it with the other pawn. Okay, let's do it that way. Just because we don't have a queen doesn't mean we have to stop attacking. We can still attack. We can still get checkmate. I mean, you could see how awkward this is for white, right? Okay, he's going to go for it, finally. All right. We'll go over. Maybe h5 now. Okay, I like this. We sacked one pawn. He takes it. Now we get to use the rooks. Okay, here we go. So it's just a question of how do we make this attack work? Let's start with h4. Okay. So I think we're going to go g4. Ooh. There might even be some crazy check takes check. King goes there. Double up. Yeah, it doesn't quite work, does it? Man, that's too bad. Ah, it's too bad, guys. Okay. So I'm threatening f4. He doesn't stop it. Wow, this is wild. He doesn't stop it. So f4, he's going to take me. I take him, he takes me. I don't want to do that. So I guess I have to take and then go f4. He's going to move his bishop. Wait, his bishop's trapped. No, he can go here. He's going to move his bishop here. Maybe I don't want to let him trade that. Maybe I should go here. Or rook d8 and take with the rook. It's not good enough. It's just not good enough, Nelson. You need more. Okay, let's do this. Maybe I overestimated my attack here. Even though I got all the pawns up there, I'm not seeing much that I can actually do with them. That's the problem. Yeah, I thought he was going to do that. We got to go. We got to go for it at this point. We got to go for it. Does it work? I don't think so, but we got to try. I could take here. Or I could immediately push here. Okay, let's take this one first, and then we'll go G3. Yeah, I think I messed this up, guys. It's not over yet. We can still try to do something, but running out of pieces is not good. You're trying to attack. I think I'll go take this. He has to be careful still. He does have to be careful though. My king should be okay to tuck here in the event of a check. Rook e3, what am I doing? What am I doing? I think we have to keep the rooks on the board. I think we have to keep the rooks on the board if we can. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So it looks like I have a forced draw. Do I have anything better? Do I have anything better? Oh, I didn't see that one. Did not see that move. So if I take, he goes there. Alternatively, I go check. He goes here. What should I do? What should I do, guys? What am I doing? What am I doing? Yep. Throwing it. We're throwing it big time. Ay, 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 ay. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm just throwing this game. Man. They weren't supposed to have enough time to take my rook. Maybe I should have moved it further away. Hand had to go farther. I don't know. I mean, being down a rook draws a good result. Ah. Let's see how much of an advantage I had that I threw away, because I'm sure early on they were in big trouble and I just couldn't take advantage of it. Let's see what Stockfish says. So, but it's a draw, guys, because I lost all my pieces. If I would have kept the rook alive, I would have won. But yeah, so see, like this first part of the graph, I had a pretty nice advantage. So that's what I'm curious about. How did I ruin that? So they played this c3, awful move. Yeah, knight c6 is the best move. Bishop d7 takes. Ah, okay. So Stockfish says I should actually keep the queens on the board and go back. That being said, yeah, we did have a good position around here. Stockfish would have played bishop c5, so it's going to defend the pawn. It's going to put the bishop here. Oh, because they can never play that, or you sack and then you take the knight. Wow, I didn't see that little tactic. So that's why it would just kind of leave the bishop here. And then it would play h5. And then it would trade here. And then it would play h4. Okay. h3. Knight g2 trapping the rook. Wow. So I sort of had the right idea of like attacking over here, but there was all these like little tricks that I wasn't seeing. Wow. Yep. That's why I'm not Stockfish. Sometimes a draw is a win. Yes, you are right. You are correct. Sometimes it is. We only lost 2 points. Not too bad. Okay, let's go again. It's like every game. Oh, wasn't expecting that one. It's all right. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. So then I could play c6 or I could play bishop b4. I think I'll play c6. And if they take me, we've just, lost a pawn, but now we have these open files. Everything looks good. That's great. So you might think f3 is a good move for white, but really it's a very weakening move. Here and here. Sorry, here. So if I play bishop c5, they take me. No, we can't get away with that. All right, it's okay. It's okay. I'll just go back. Bishop c5 is coming next. Assuming they let me. Okay, they don't stop me, so I will definitely do that right away. White cannot castle. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right, queen here. Check. No, I don't think that's quite good enough. What if I go knight d4? And we're hoping they take us, because then our queen can come up with the battery threatening checkmate. But even if they move, we've now positioned our knight right in the center of the board, which is going to give us a lot of tactical opportunities in the future. I'm expecting they'll play knight g3, and I'm going to go here. Okay, that's not what I was expecting. Knight e4. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Guys, this might be the coolest sacrifice I've ever seen in my life. Okay, hold up. Track with me, guys. Here, we take the knight, okay? We give up the queen. We sack the knight with check. If the king is going to move, it's got to go here. We'll talk about that in just a second. But first, if they take the knight, we've now unleashed our bishop. Check. You can't go here. You have to run. Checkmate. Oh, and the other line, I didn't tell you, if they take here. Sorry, no, if they move the king, yeah, if they move the king, we go with check here, which forces the queen to capture. I guess they could take here and maybe trade to get away from this, but still, that's got to be one of the most beautiful queen sacrifices. He's going to go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is, oh man. Okay. This is wild, my friends. You see it, right? Takes, check, here, checkmate. He goes for the king. Fine. Fine. We've got this one now. We're going to get our queen back. Unfortunately, I don't see a way to actually checkmate. But that's okay. This is still very beautiful. Look at that. It's one square off from being checkmate because we still have the bishop, but we're not going to have anything covering this. But he's got to give his queen back. I think we might come out up a piece too. Oh, man. That is crazy. There's like more basic queen sacrifices where it's checkmate immediately. This one was like kind of, you know, there was some extra layers to it, which just makes it that much cooler. And the fact that each of these details works out is just so nice. So if I take this, he takes me. and we're even. But if I take this, I have 3. He only has 2. And if he takes me, I take him. I'm up a piece. Yeah, so it's winning. It was a winning, which means we should have a couple of brilliant moves from that sequence. Yes. Let's go. Oh, man. That was wild. Come on, Stockfish. Let's see those brilliants. How many was it? Was it just one? Or is he going to show us some extra ones? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, here we go. 97%. Wait for it. 2. Yes. That's 15. I'm keeping up with my 1 per day quota for the year. All right, here we go. Oh man. Okay. So we get this craziness. We create the weaknesses. We jump in. Yep. That's the best move. That's the only good move for black, actually. That's the only good move for black. I mean, I don't even know why I was thinking about this. I don't even know. I just kind of I thought I would check, and then I started to notice some things coming together. He does take it. Yeah, the best move actually was some random bishop b5 check, or just taking and going for a trade. Knight takes f3. So it was back-to-back brilliant knight moves. Hey, Mr. Nelson, thanks. Appreciate that. And so, yeah, this is what I was showing you guys. If they take it, check, forces the king here, checkmate. That is beautiful. Like everything is playing a role. That's amazing. And so he went for this. This is pretty funny. I mean, look at this position. Like, what is happening? You got to just take it with your queen. And then up a piece. So this is pretty common, like this legals mate trap, where you jump your knight, they take your queen, and you checkmate. So I was familiar with that, but this one, like I said, was different. So I'll show you guys the typical one. Where's the analysis board? The normal one is something like this out of the Philidor. They play here, and if they do some randomly bad move like a6, it's the same idea, right? Give up your queen, and you use these pieces to deliver the checkmate. So like I am very familiar with this trap. So because I was very familiar with this, my brain was like, well, let's just see what happens if we sack our queen, you know, with knights and bishops around. And then I could figure out the rest from there. So that's why it's important to like learn the basic pattern. And then usually your brain, as you get better, will start to pick up on, okay, I've seen that before, but this is similar. There's a few differences. Do they work? You know, that's kind of how you want to think about it. What a game. Oh, what a game. Was the knight check second best move? No, those were the best moves. Those were the best moves. Yeah, these are all the best moves. Capturing here, and then check with the knight. That was fun. With the black pieces. Sack the queen, get the checkmate. Okay, we didn't get checkmate, but it would have been checkmate. All right, let's go e4. All right, what do you guys want to see? King's Gambit, Bishop's Opening, Danish Gambit, Ponziani. Let me know. Let me know. Ponziani, Bishop, Ponziani. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of bishops. Let's go with the bishops. So, Bishop's Opening. We're not going for a checkmate. Okay, we're not doing that. Against this one, I think the way to play this is to kind of go into like a King's Gambit style. So I'm just going to play that immediately. So it's like we played the King's Gambit and now black plays this and I play this, right? Here we are. Yeah, you could transpose to the Italian. You guys are right, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be more aggressive, so we'll go in the King's Gambit style here. I want to play d4. I want to take my pawn back. I also want to castle and use the open f file to attack. They go with d6, nice and principled, solid move. I think castle right away is smart. Get the rook involved as soon as we can. Okay, interesting move. Maybe I should have played d4 because that is kind of annoying. I guess I'll just go back and not overthink it too much. But yeah, in hindsight, maybe d4 right away was better to not allow this annoying move. Okay, if they play bishop g4, guys, you know what I'm going to think about first, right? That's correct. Can we get away with this? They sack, we do this. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it, right? Because I don't have the knight in position to deliver the checkmate. That's too bad. But what I can do is set it up. So now I'm threatening to take. Fortunately, yeah, they're not going to let me do that, obviously, but okay. Interesting position we have here. My king is a little bit exposed, but I think it's not the end of the world if I have to tuck it in the corner. We could even use this for our rook. So not super concerned with that. I am going to be able to play d4 here, which is really nice to get rid of this knight from the center. And I want to take this if possible. So we could go here. We could go here, but then he has the option to take me. Yeah, so I think the move is going to be here. And this pawn, I don't really care about the pawn. I just mostly want to develop my bishop, and I'm having a hard time. This is not much of a developing move. Yeah, this is probably smart. He's saying, I don't think so. You're going to have to work to get rid of that pawn, which actually is really annoying. It's actually really annoying. Yeah, I don't really know what to do about that. I mean, there's bishop d2, queen c1, but that seems silly. Like, what am I even doing? I don't want to waste my time with that. I might have to, though. I mean, other options, put the rook on the g file, throw some pawns forward. I don't really see what else to do, to be completely honest with you. But here and here, there's always going to be queen f6. Like, yeah, I wish I could go back. I think right here, I should have played d4. Then I don't have to worry about this annoying knight move. I castled instead. I should have played d4, I bet. Okay, well, it's too late now. I'm going to go king h1, rook g. I don't know what else to do. This pawn's really annoying if you can't take it back and you can't get rid of it. So I'm considering it. Also, takes. I lose a piece, but I do get this. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. because it clears up everything for me and I get to go on the offensive. Now my queen can come out, my other rook can come over. Like, yeah, I'm down a piece, but I get to attack, which is what I wanted to do. Okay. I think we take. So now the E file is open as well. Okay, let's go here. We're gonna get the other piece involved, and I'm feeling pretty good about my position. The question is, do I take this now? Do I play c4? I want to make sure that he doesn't get away from the center. So I have to make sure I keep the pressure on that bishop. Yeah, let's take it now. And then we can pile up here. You can't castle because you lose your bishop, right? He plays rook d8 instead. Okay. So how do I keep attacking? Check. Rook here and here. Okay, so I'm going to threaten to go here. Because if I can keep 3 pieces... Whoa, 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 whoa. Stack takes check here. Wait, what about check first? He tries to run. I take, he takes, I take with check. He goes back, his queen defends. C4 threatens this. If you take me, then I take here. Rook here. Check, king c7. Okay, there's got to be something for me, right? Maybe I should play c4. Oh, but my rook is under attack. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Takes, check, king here. What about rook c3? Oh, but he's just going to run. He's just going to run. I can't do that. Man. Okay. This is too bad. That is too bad. Okay, let me try rook f5. We're threatening to pin it a different way, so he stops that. Okay, maybe now c4. Maybe now. I think this guy's playing way too fast for this position, so I'm counting on a mistake here pretty soon if he keeps this up. I mean, he's not even thinking. He's playing like 6, 8, 9 seconds each move. Like, that's pretty fast. I'm expecting maybe he makes a mistake here. So we're threatening this. We're threatening this. We might be threatening something else. I'm not sure yet. This is definitely the big one, to win the queen. His king is stuck. It's not that easy to get away from it. And also, this is a nice little secondary threat. Yeah, I mean... Okay, so he goes there. So here it's going to cost me a rook. That's more than I would like to pay. Check, rook blocks, we take. What if I take it? What happens? The rook takes, we win the queen. Great. If the king takes, check. Oh, what about this? What about this? I don't know. There's lots of moves here that might be winning. Like maybe I should have just taken that and kept attacking. This way, I think I see a way to win the bishop, which would take me to, I believe, a winning endgame. But I've noticed. Oh, he goes there. For some reason, I thought that was bad. Yeah, that's just a free rook. So he did mess up. He did mess up. Yeah, I could kind of tell the guy was playing so fast for this very complicated position. Like, you're going to mess something up if you do that. Which way do we take? Which way do we take? Maybe this way? There we go. Pin the queen. Got it. Fork. We'll get the bishop this way. Okay, let's go take this pawn. Actually, I don't even need to take the pawn. We'll just get another queen. Okay. Go here. Chess is usually pretty easy when you have two queens. Usually. Not always. Okay. Interesting game. I'm curious what Stockfish thinks about my sacrifice. Let's see. Usually it's like, no, you can't do that, Nelson. But let's see. There's like, what would Stockfish do? And then there's what's going to practically help you win game, right? And did we get any brilliant moves? Nope. No brilliant moves. We were definitely losing. Let's see. Let's see. Yes. Yes, D4 was the best move, which I talked about. And after this, yeah, Stockfish says 95 is a good way to... So I kind of messed that up. Okay, King H1. Stockfish actually likes this rook move. Ooh, yeah, Stockfish doesn't like it. Stockfish just wanted me to play, you know, Queen f1, a4, some random moves like that. Let's see why. He played the best move. He played the best move. They played a good move. They actually played all good moves. They were doing everything right until here. If they would have just brought this rook over, I'm done. Because now they're forcing a trade. They're just forcing a trade and I'm in trouble. But after this, I'm actually winning. Believe it or not. And yeah, best move was queen f7. Just take here and keep attacking. I guess I just wasn't sure. Oh, rook d5. And on this one, you take and you take. That's what it is. Yeah, I had a feeling this was maybe not the best move. Now, when they give you a free rook, it's fine. But if they would have played queen c6, I think I was going to go for this big trade of taking that, taking this, and taking here. But yeah, I mean, apparently this is not that clear cut of an endgame for me. So it's good that they blundered the rook. That's what it comes down to. Okay, here we go. It's like every game the past 2 days it started this way for black, I'm pretty sure. Hope you guys like the elephant gambit because we've been seeing it a lot. D4. Well, you're not supposed to do that. I'm the one playing the gambits here. Come on, man. I guess I'll take this one. Yeah, he goes there. Maybe bishop e6 to... Or bishop d6. Actually, I think I do play bishop d6 here. Bishop c4. Oh, yeah, there's this line where they go with queen h5. And what am I supposed to do? I always forget that one. So they go queen h5. It hits both of the things. Okay, it doesn't matter. He's not doing it. It doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to take it and trade the queens. Because now you either have to retreat with your knight, or you have to give up castling rights. They give up castling rights. Okay. So we're going to go here, hit the pawn. And on this one, I thought I could do this and castle, but you're going to run. I see. So maybe I just go bishop d7. Yeah, let's just go bishop d7. They don't want to take because then it defends my pawn. I'm getting ready to castle, lining up on the king. Okay. Now I think we castle, get that king out of there. It was almost the same position. We both have a pawn, sort of out in front. I'm going to go f6, except my king is a bit safer. And now it's a question, which way? I guess we do the knight. It's isolated pawn, but I don't care because my rook's coming over. I want to get the pieces out quickly. He's going to go rook d1, yes. And I'm going to do what? I'm going to force the issue here. Because if I can get these two pawns together, that could be good. We're going to force the trade here. Well, I say force the trade. Either he trades or he goes back and I get to get rid of this pin. So however you like it. Okay, he does take. Yeah, so we're going to have a bishop against a knight. Unless I go here. I've been looking at a lot of Capablanca's games. Let's go. So, all right, first things first, we're going to activate the king. All right. Activate the king. There we go. Let's keep going with the king. He has given me an entry point, which he didn't have to, but that's a very committal move. So we're going to be watching this. Knight f5, we have h5. Okay, so he's trying to stop me now. But also maybe here trying to come in. If I attack the pawn, h3, h5 takes. We might be able to win that pawn. Yeah, we might be able to, because it's going to be off by itself, isolated. The king can just kind of come over and take it, is what I'm thinking. There is f3, though. F3, I forgot. You could play that. No, but f3, I take check. Takes. We come in. Oh, no, we have to make this trade. Okay, hold on. Takes check. And then we come in, you go here. Wow, that is very interesting. But if we don't go for it now, we're going to probably... Actually, we could wait one move. All right, let's... I think I like the look of that endgame. So let's go for it. So just to recap, if he takes, we're going to take, the knight moves, then we try to hunt this pawn down over the next couple of moves, and hopefully go into like a 2 against 1 situation. If he plays f3 to just try to defend, we have the option to take. Okay, he doesn't. I was going to say take, check, go into an endgame where we trade the bishop for the knight. So he goes for it. All right, so we take this one first. Immediately actually threatening this. So I think knight e3 only move. Knight e3 only move. And then f5, f4 is very dangerous. So f5, h6. The king goes. Yeah, we're going to get that pawn. We are going to get that pawn. Meanwhile, our bishop's defending nicely here. I like this. I like this a lot. Yeah, he's going to go for... Oh, he goes immediately. Whoa. Oh, I did not think about that. Wow. Wow. That's pretty smart, actually, isn't it? Whoa, what a move. Okay, so if you take the knight, we lose. So I guess we have to go bishop f5. I did not see that one. That was a good move. That was a very good move. Okay. Whoa. Gotta watch those pass pawns. Now I'm gonna have a bit of trouble with it. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this, or maybe this. But is his knight gonna stop me? That's the question. Is his knight going to stop me? Okay, we also have to be careful about the pawns over here. We don't want the knight to just take them all. Or the king, right? So this is very tricky, actually. Yeah, see what I mean? I think I'll play c6 to keep it alive. But knight c3 takes. He comes up. I don't like that. Yeah, I think I'm not going to let him take my pawn here. If knight c3, I think I'm going to have to go back this way for a moment. Because I don't think that makes sense to give him this pawn. Yeah, it's going to be hard to win this. It's going to be very hard to win this. Okay, that's not a move I was expecting. Why did he go there? What's his plan? He wants to go this way? Ooh, I see a sneaky idea, guys. Instead of taking it right away, I'm going to go here first and then take it. Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't expecting him to do that to me. I was not expecting him to do that. Okay, let's bring the king around. All right, let's push it. Now we're threatening to take this. Hmm. Is this enough to win, though? I don't think it is, right? Hmm. I'm really not sure what's going on here. It's probably going to be a draw, but this is not that simple. I mean, if we can somehow capture both of these, I guess we win, but how are we going to do that, you know? Hmm. Trying to stop this knight from continuing to check me like this, but I also need to keep the king from getting my pawn, which means the bishop has to kind of sit somewhere here. Okay, so we've stopped this. Do we do it? Did we do it, guys? Because you can't go there. You can't go there. If you play b4, then my king is going to get these pawns, I think. Okay, let's try. Let's try. Hmm. Man. So I'm going to have to sack the bishop, and he's going to get my pawn. So it is a draw. It's just a draw. Man. I have to sack it now, and then he's going to take that and sack this. Yeah, it's a draw. Because yeah, I can't save the... Man, too bad. Okay. I wonder if I had anything. Maybe not. I mean, oh, brilliant move. Okay. It was not a lost cause. It was not a lost cause. What was the brilliant move? That seemed like such a boring game. What could possibly have been my brilliant move? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, we had one brilliant move. Oh, the brilliant move came at the very end. Interesting. And it was a draw all along at the end. So there was nothing to be done. My opponent just played a very, very nice endgame, I think. Yeah, they were winning here. Interesting. They would have brought the king in. And they were winning. Yep, had to get their king here. They didn't do that. Now it's just a draw. And then I guess this was bad for me. Again, if the king comes up, that's the key move. Wow. King comes up, letting me take this, and then you can push. So sneaky. Yeah, and then at some point it turned into a draw. I was looking at some crazy trap here, though, guys. If they would have taken this pawn, I was going to go check. And then I was going to do... Wait, what was I going to do? Oh, no. If they went this way. Yeah. You guys see the win? Black to play and win. Black to play and win. I'll be right back. I'm going to do the bathroom gambit, but not in the middle of the game. Black to play and win, and then we'll talk about this position. All right. Winning move. E3. So we're threatening to just take and get a queen. So they're going to take us. But we don't take back. F3, we sneak by. And the king would normally be able to stop us. It can't because the pawn that just captured is in the way. And the knight is obviously too far, and we're going to get a queen. You can't stop it. So that's kind of cool. I saw that, but obviously white didn't have to let me. They played f4 instead of taking. And even if they would have taken, as long as they bring the king back here, I can't get through. Okay. But I would have tried to win this position because I'm going to take this pawn. This is pretty annoying. Now my king can come over here. I think I would have had some decent chances to try to win this. But they played a good move with f4 and didn't even let me do that. Okay. Did I update the brilliant moves? Yeah, I did, right? Okay. All right, let's go e5, d5. Elephant gambit. I'm Firely Monarch. I'm reading your question. That's a loaded question. You've mentioned in the past you're a Christian. You love your faith. What allows you to believe? I've studied the Bible and want to go from want to believe to believe. What do you suggest? So for me, so I grew up in a Christian home. So there was always that kind of, I was just taught from a young age. And then when I went to college, it was kind of this turning point of, like, not turning point, but like when you're at college, you don't have to believe what your parents believe. You don't have to do what you had to do when you were at home. It was kind of like, okay, now what do you still believe? Or is it like, well, now I can make my own decisions? So that was kind of a sort of part of my life that's I think we had to take this way, right? So for me, it's not all about the intellectual. Like for example, if somebody said to me, you know, cell phones can't work. There's no way that you could pick up a cell phone and talk to somebody like thousands of miles away across, you know, the other side of the country through a phone that's not connected to anything. I would say, well, yes, you can. And they might say, no, you can't. Like, explain it to me. How could that possibly work? Well, I don't really know, but I know that I've picked up the phone and I've called and I've talked to, you know, someone on the other side of the country. So like, I know it works. I can't tell you like all the details. I think some of faith is like that, where like being a Christian, like you experience things that you can't always explain, but you know, like it happened and like, yeah, so that's part of it. That being said, I'm going through a book right now. It's called Evidence That Demands a Verdict. And it talks about, I think we can play bishop f5 here. Let me think about this. He's got 3 attackers. I have 3 defenders. Is there any other tricky? Yeah, let's go bishop f5. There's a lot of evidence for the things in the Bible, historical evidence, like for people who like facts and just want to see the science. So there's a lot of that there, to where I wouldn't say that like being a Christian is like, oh, you just have to have this crazy, unreasonable, blind faith. Like there's just no logic. Like there's a lot of logic when you actually look at it. And so that's another thing I would say. But yeah, I mean, I think that's something that like the Spirit kind of has to just work in you, and some people will understand that and a lot of people won't. And there's not like a magic thing that I'm going to be able to tell you that's like, oh, that's what Nelson said, that's what I need to hear, and now I believe. Like, I don't think that's what's going to happen. So all right, let's take this with the knight or the bishop. Let's go with the knight. So yeah, I hope that kind of answers your question. But yeah, that's a loaded question, especially in the middle of a chess game. But hopefully that helped to some extent. Okay, what's happening, guys? Knight h4. So he wants to take the bishop and then win the knight. I have an idea. I have a crazy idea here. We can pin the knight so that if you take and take, you can't actually do this because your knight's pinned. And if you try c3, I would just castle, sack my bishop, and then try to play on the e file. I'm asking for a lot here, but I think I'm going to do it. Because what else can I do? Otherwise, I might just be in trouble. I mean, g6 looks like an awful move. He also has f3 coming. Yeah, so we need to be aggressive here. Let's go. Let's go bishop b4. Yeah, yeah. If you're, I mean, if you're reading through the Bible, that's probably a good next step. Okay, so he takes this. So if I take, he's going to play c3. Yeah, I mean, we're going to lose the bishop, but once we castle and get a rook on e8, we're going to have a lot of pressure here on the e file. Okay, there it is. I think we castle. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm committed. This is the only chance I have to not lose a piece, right? Because the pin is just too strong. Okay, so he takes with the queen. Oh, but you know what? Oh, I'm losing 2 pieces. Uh-oh. For some reason in my mind, I was thinking we were going to be... No, we're losing 2 pieces. Oh, boy. Yeah, this is bad because I can't pin it right now because I don't have support. Yay. Let me think about this. We can play here. He takes me. Check. It's not going to be good enough. So we have to do this. Man, yeah, I messed this up. I messed this all up, didn't I? Okay. Let's try to get a little bit of counterplay if we can. What did I do wrong? I know knight of 6 is right. I know taking is right. Knight d2. I have to look at this knight d2 line. This is the one that keeps giving me problems. Because when they go to c3, it's real easy. You just pin it. But knight d2... Maybe I'm supposed to just go bishop e7 and castle. Maybe that's the way. Okay, they take. Let's go in here. You appreciate the streams? Yeah. Thanks, John. I mean, I'm glad that it helps, but like, I can't replace him, and that's the thing. Like, everybody's so unique, right? Like, there's no 2 streamers. There's no 2 people who are the same, and it still kind of hits me hard when I think about it too much. But I appreciate it, though. All right. Obviously, we have a bad situation. How do we make the most of it, though? Knight here threatens a fork. It's pretty easy to deal with. Rook here. He might just go there and trade. F5. He's got bishop d3 coming, so maybe I should stop bishop d3. This is bad. This is so bad. Oh man, guys. I've got nothing. I mean, I don't even have like a somewhat decent plan that I could think about doing. Just nothing here. Okay, let me go here. Try to stop bishop d3 and bring another piece in. Maybe we get lucky. Maybe he blunders something. Okay, so if we can jump on him now with this move, the problem is after takes, he's got rook d1. I'm still just down a piece, and that's a problem. d4. All right. Well, it's over. I'm just gonna play it out, but we're lost. There's no way. It would take a huge mistake from our opponent for us to come back from this game. Oh, that's not what I want to pre-move. If we take rook d1, I believe is the move. I take this way and he castles, we go here. Yeah, let's try that. Try to at least get a rook on the second rank. Have something. So we have to stop the back rank mate. We can come here. All right, so now he's going to take me. Oh, he doesn't take me. Interesting. If we could win a couple pawns, it would be a different story, but I don't even think we're going to be able to do that. That's the big problem here. Okay, don't even see a way to win a couple pawns. Because he's just going to defend them. I mean, yeah. C6. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, we're trying to win a pawn still. Get the king active at least. No more back rank mates. unfortunately. Now, if we could trade, all these pawns, it might actually be more challenging than you would think. If I keep the rooks on the board, trade these pawns, and then just sort of like camp out over here, you never know. You never know. So we'll keep playing for a little while. We'll keep playing for a little while. But we're going to even lose more. That's the big problem, isn't it? Yeah. The general rule is when you're behind material, you want to trade pawns, but not pieces. So what we're going for. Yeah, see, if we could have traded those pawns, maybe, but now there's no chance. Let's see if I can stalemate myself. Maybe I can stalemate myself. I'm thinking somehow try to get him to move his bishop, run here. No. Guy's not giving me a chance to do anything. Yeah. Let's see if they stalemate me. Let's see if they stalemate me. You never know. It's possible. Nope. Let's go over that line because I need to make sure I know what to do against that. As much as I play the Elephant Gambit these days, we have to know. Wow, 92. All right. So they played a really good game. They played a really good game. Oh, this is actually the best line for white. Okay, so they played the best line. And then knight h4. Oh, they played it perfectly. They played the opening perfectly. So, I can't feel too bad, although I should remember next time that I need to play knight c6 and just let them get the pawn back, and then play queen, let's just say h5. Queen b5 is what they'll do, bishop c5, and the game at least goes on from here. Okay, so I have to remember that. On knight d2, I have to play knight c6. And this person's 2-0 against me. Well, all right. Maybe they've studied that, actually. Maybe they've studied that. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, French. We're going to do the Alpin Gambit again. Whoa. What is a6? What is... I'm going to take it. I don't know what black is doing. This doesn't look very good. I think we just go knight c3. And if you try to take this, aren't you just losing a pawn? Am I missing something here? Looks like a free pawn to me. Yeah, I think we might have tricked him with the opening here. Might have tricked him a little bit. Oh, they're going to gambit it. Okay, that's fair. Fair. Interesting. That's very interesting, actually. Always learning a lot from your aggressive style. Awesome. Thanks. Glad to hear it. So what are we doing now, guys? I don't really want to take and just give him the free development in the open e-file. But I don't see like a clear move otherwise. D6, I mean, D6, it might be okay, but I don't know. I have a weird feeling about that one too. Very interesting. They flipped it. They somehow they turned this around. Instead of me doing the gambiting, they're doing the gambiting. How did that happen? I don't like that. I don't like that. You also broke 1,500 this year. All right. Way to go. Way to go, man. Good job. All right. I don't want to waste all my time. I'm going to have to make the decision. Give it back the pawn. Don't let him play a gambit against me. That's what I'm doing. I will not be out gambited. Not today. Let's go 92. Yeah, now they take it. All right. Queen d2, setting up to castle over here, I guess. I don't like how this opening turned out for me, by the way. I do not like it. They played a6, then c5, then knight f6. Like, I mean, there's a whole bunch of moves I've never seen before. a6, c5, check, took it, then knight f6. Okay, they're going forward. Okay, well, I'm going to take that. You guys see why. You guys see why, right? Queen takes, check. Take the queen. So I guess they're going to go rook e8, and I'm just going to go back. Nope. They go there, okay. If I take, then I have to watch out for the check. That looks pretty bad. Although I do have knight e4, takes. I don't know what's going on exactly. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. Knight e4. Okay, so they take back. So yeah, I guess we just castle now. So what's going on in this position? Well, I'm up a pawn. 3 against 2. So endgames should be favorable, but black has some nice activity with their pieces. So this is very interesting. Okay, I think I'm going to go knight e4. I understand that I might lose this pawn, but I want to simplify this a little bit and it clear up my pieces. My pieces are kind of jammed up, I feel like. So I'm going to have queen d6 here. Oh, there's... Actually, maybe I don't have that. I thought I had queen d6. What am I doing, guys? What am I doing? This is bad. I'm not playing very well. This is a bad position for me. All right, we're just going to have to go back and just play an endgame. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just not thinking clearly right now. I'm pretty sure black's position is much better. I think I should take the draw. If I play rook d2... Yeah. Maybe I could have tried queen d4, but I don't think I had a good position. So, take the draw. We got a brilliant move, though? Oh, knight takes d4. Yeah. Knight takes d4. Because they couldn't take it because of the tactic. Okay. Come on, gamer. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it was just equal at the end. I guess I did have an advantage at one point. So let's see. So, okay, hold on. Let's update the brilliant move. So we got 17. And let's see. The Stockfish wanted me to play queen d2. Oh, because on queen d2 you can't take my pawn because I take your queen. And if you take my queen, then I'll just recapture here and I still keep my pawn. So that's all I had to notice, just queen d2, and I was fine. Look at that. Huh. 10 for the draw. Thanks, Marion. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. So, okay, I missed that. And then I thought I was winning a pawn, but they actually tricked me. They were playing a gambit. And then they just gave me the pawn. Brilliant move. Great. So right here, I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah, it was knight e4. It was the decision to give them that was very bad. If I just do anything really, save the pawn or play knight a4 is a good move, and the queen has to move away now. Wow, that actually The queen doesn't have a lot of places to go. My bishop, wow, that's amazing. So let's say it goes back here. Then I can start activating my pieces. Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with me, guys. I'm sorry. Sheesh. All right, come on. We got to do better. We got to do better than this. Should I play? Ooh. No, not just yet. Not just yet. I'm working on a secret course, which will be announced soon, but I don't want to give away anything yet. So let's just keep it going with the Elephant Gambit. Okay, so we might see the same exact line. No, he plays a different one. This one I remember is bishop e7 and castles. So we're basically saying if you take me, now you have to really watch out for your queen. And you have to be very careful. Okay, so he goes d3. So now we can take this pawn. Take back here. We're not exactly threatening anything with rook e8 just yet because there's not going to be a piece defending the rook if they take. But that'll be soon enough. Once we get these out, then the rook supports and we have a threat. And we actually have a time advantage. That's good. So for those of you who don't know, I'm trying to get 365 brilliant moves for 2026. So one a day. So it's the 14th, so we're at 17. So I have a little buffer. Sometimes I play like some 3-minute games throughout the week and I'll get brilliant moves there. So those count too. But I'll update you guys if I get any of those. Let's go knight c6, I think. Can't really castle because of the queen. So my idea is bishop g4, knight d4. Okay, so he's attacking my queen. Let's go to h5. So, okay, this is good to remember. When your queen's in the center, it gets attacked by a knight. Usually h5 and a5 are like good squares for your queen because of the way they position themselves against the knights. So remember, a knight that's on the diagonal with one space in between, it takes 3 moves for the knight to attack that square. 1, 2, 3. So you really don't have to worry about the knight hitting your queen anytime soon. So that's why these tend to be good squares. I didn't go to this one because there's a bishop sitting there. The bishop, if the knight moves, would hit my queen immediately. This is not as big of a deal. It might be a trade or whatever, but you can also play like bishop g4. So that's why I chose queen h5 instead of a5. If you do find yourself in a situation where you have to move your queen, those are usually some good squares. And it's nice because it's out of the way. Like here or here, I'm like blocking my bishops. Maybe I'm blocking my rook, right? Here it's out of the way. It still puts pressure on a lot of the board. And then you can like line up your rooks and stuff. Okay, so the castle. So here we go. Knight d4, big threat. Maybe rook e8 too, could be annoying. h3, Doesn't actually do anything because I just take the rook. So I don't know what white's going to do. That's what they're going to do. Okay. So, okay, I'm thinking about rook e8 and bishop b4. I'm just trying to decide, does it matter which one I play first? Let's go rook e8. The general principle that I try to follow in these situations, when you have two moves, and you're like, they're both good, I don't know which one to play. Try to think, which one are you like 100% sure you're going to want to play regardless of what might happen in the future? Rook e8. Bishop b4, I think I'm going to play there, but I also could change depending on if white does something different. The rook is going to e8. Like it's the only good square for that rook, and this one is going to d8. The bishop probably is going to go there, but you know, maybe I want to go here, maybe I want to go here or here. Like it could change, so that's the idea. Anyway, it's a good rule of thumb in a lot of cases. Okay, of course, just winning a pawn is not very good, especially if it opens up a file on your king. I am not even going to consider that. I'm still going to consider bishop b4 because now it's a nice looking pin. Yeah. Let's do it. And if they play a3, we'll have a very interesting option. The fishing pole trap. I don't know if I've ever done a fishing pole trap on the queen side. It always happens on the king side. That's with your bishop here and you play h5 and you try to get your rook involved. This would be fascinating actually if I did that. The point is if they take you, when you recapture, you're hitting their knight and you're also opening up your rook. Now in this case, they might be able to get away with it because knight b1, I don't know. Okay, they didn't attack me, so I'm thinking knight d5 puts a lot of pressure on the white pieces. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. So what's the threat? Probably takes, check. King moves, check. King moves, mate. We have an instant threat there of knight takes c3. So white has a big problem. I don't think that does the trick, does it? Does that do the trick? Hold on. Are they going to just do this? Really? I mean, I could even just go queen a5, but I could also go check. Okay, hold on. I get a piece, they get a piece, so it's even. I get a rook. Then I go check, they go there. I get a queen. They get a bishop, my knight's trapped. Yeah, but okay. Eggs takes queen e5 looks really good too, right? Because if you take me, you're done. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. We already talked about why they can't take. They lose instantly with the forced checkmate. So I guess they're going to go for this. And then I think I'm going to go queen a5. So the way you want to think about it is if, you know, even though I can go check and win a queen, if I'm going to lose my queen at the end, it's not really that good. It's just a trade. So that's why I was thinking, okay, sack the queen for the rook, because then I'm going to be up a rook. But actually, no, because after check here, they take me, they get a bishop, and my knight is now trapped. Actually, no, it's not. I can go here. Okay, so maybe I get a little bit of material. I forgot about that. I can actually just leave. Because this knight would defend it, yeah. So I could do that. They move, takes. Oh no, they can't do that because this. So they have to take this way. And then I move my knight. So okay, I would have 2 rooks, 2 knights, and they would have three pieces and a rook. Unfortunately, we can't get a bishop and win the queen because the queen saves itself. So I'm pretty sure queen a5 is the move. Actually, the same checkmate exists if they take check here, checkmate. That's not an option for them, which means I'm going to just go here next and win the queen, basically. And I don't have to lose my queen in the process. And we're up on time? What? What is happening in the world? And they resign. All right, cool. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Game review. Okay, 88. Pretty nice. No brilliant moves, unfortunately. Yeah, so, okay. Stockfish says it's okay. Good. Stockfish wanted knight to d5. Interesting. Bishop b4, very good. Knight d5 now. It's okay. And then knight takes c3 wins, yeah. Queen a5, best move. So just to show you guys what I was talking about, you could do this. And oh, I was thinking this, but Stockfish actually says, now they take. Whoa. And apparently your queen is trapped? What? Your queen is trapped. So there's a draw. Rook g1, rook g3, draw. Okay. Well, that's not what I was looking at all. I didn't see that. I thought they would take. I would go check. The king would move. I would take the queen. But this is what I was saying. They're going to take back. And even though I can save my knight, 2 rooks and 2 knights against these pieces and the like, yeah, technically I am up material, but this is not going to be an easy game for me. These bishops are going to be very annoying. And that's what Stockfish is saying. Like, yeah, okay, you have a little something maybe, but practically this is going to be hard to win. Going back to this position, queen a5 is just a killer. You can't do, you can't do this because checkmate, like I said, checkmate. You have to move your queen away because this is my threat. If you do any random move, I'm going to go here and win your queen. But there's no way to save the queen. The queen is trapped, essentially. This doesn't help you. So that's the deal. Okay, I think we have time for one more game, guys. Let's go. 1 or 2 more, depending on how long this one takes. Okay, e4. I'm going to need some... Oh, d6. That's a move we haven't seen in a while. d6, I like to play... What do I play against d6? I think I like to play knight c3. And here, I think I like to play f4. Okay, yes. And here we can go with knight f3. bishop c4, d3. So it's kind of like a Grand Prix attack against the Sicilian, except they haven't pushed their pawn up here. But you can sort of apply a lot of the same ideas. Okay, this one, I think we will either force the issue or just play queen e1 and sneak over here. Let's play queen e1. I'm ready to sacrifice some stuff, I think. I think I'm ready to sacrifice some stuff. Oh, knight h5 they're going to play? Okay. Well. Very interesting, guys. Very interesting. Okay, let's force the issue here. And they're going to play knight d4. I understand that, and I think I'm just going to go back, yeah. Initially, I wanted to sacrifice some stuff, but not in this position. Because my rook can't go over, my queen can't come out the way I want, so I'm going to just go back and defend. And I'm threatening g4 now, which is kind of an annoying move for the knight. So that's my plan. Okay. It didn't really stop me. Let's go. And the knight can't move forward. Can you guys see why? Why can the knight not move forward? It's important you understand this concept. Because it's going to get trapped. If a knight moves forward like that and has nowhere to go backwards, it's at risk of getting trapped. I would probably just go king g2 and take it. Now, you have to be careful. If you try rook g2, you would get forked, which might be what my opponent's thinking about. But as soon as they realize I have king g2, they're going to move back. As soon as they realize that, they're moving back. I'm actually surprised it's taking that long. Whoa, what? B5. That's what they were thinking about? B5? I'm going to go back. I don't think I want to do this. But yeah, you have to be really careful moving your knights behind pawns like this because it's very easy for them to get trapped. So unless they're going to be supported nicely with like a pawn defending them or something, you really can't do that. You kind of have to just go here. So they're probably going to take this now, and that's fine. Oh, I see what they're thinking about. They were thinking about trying to do this deal, but it doesn't work. Okay. E5 is one way we could do it. Or F5. Or bishop E3. Let's go bishop E3 for now. See if we can get rid of this pesky knight. And then I will think about how we're going to continue the pawn storm over here. Okay, I really need this knight to move, so I think I'm going to go here. Then I might lose the pawn, though. F5. The problem with F5 is knight E5 is really good. I don't think we want that. Maybe I just go G5 and throw the H pawn down. Maybe I just play H4 right away. Although E5 is tricky. Okay, so maybe we do G5. Then if that, we have this. That's good. That's fine. This is fine. Yeah, let's go G5, and now we can think about H. Getting the Mr. Harry going. Harry the H pawn. Yeah, that's pretty annoying, but I can't really do anything about that. Unfortunately. Yeah, I'll go here. I think they're going to take it now, because otherwise I'll be able to save it, and that will be very nice. Okay, they do take. It's kind of annoying. We do have Queen D1 or trade. Don't want to trade. That opens up a nasty square on D4, so probably we have to go here or here and sack the pawn and bring the rook over. Then he's going to jump in. No, we don't want to do that. Gotta go here. Okay, attacking me here. Let me think. Maybe this one. Okay, what if I go here right now before he gets to do that? Hmm. I'm not loving my position, guys, to be honest with you. D4 takes, Queen F3. No, it's no good. All right. Let's just defend the pawn this way. He's going to go Queen E6, and I guess I'm going to have to take and try to attack here and hope I have something. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I really don't know what else to do. We're just getting picked apart here. I mean, this is nasty what's happening to us, guys. Yeah, I have to do it. I don't see anything else that looks even remotely decent. This doesn't feel like a very good attack, but it's something. Maybe if I get my knight on e4. Okay, he doesn't even let me do that. So let's see. Here, takes. We can't do it yet. We can go Queen F3, though. So we're threatening to maybe push this pawn. Bishop's going to find a home here, though. I don't know what to do. Sorry. I don't know what to do. Very bad position. We have a very bad position. Yeah, he's going to want to do that. I don't know. I'm going to try to do this and hope for some miracle here. I think we're just getting squeezed. I think we are getting really squeezed. Yeah, he's going to double up. You know what? You know what? I have an idea. I do have an idea. I'm going to sack this pawn and try to relocate the knight to an attacking position. And then maybe this actually makes more sense. Okay, he doesn't even want my pawn. And he's going to let me put the knight there to defend. All right. So that was good, actually. Now he takes. CG6, is that too crazy? Takes. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Don't know what to do. This guy plays so fast too. I'm like way down on time. Go back here. Gotta defend. Don't have time to attack over there. So knight h5, but what am I even threatening? I guess this, but that's pretty easy to deal with. That's the problem. I don't have any targets. Because my king is not safe either. Yeah, this is just really bad. I don't know what we did wrong. I do not know. At least they're finally thinking. At least they're finally thinking. Am I threatening knight d3? So knight d3, if you move your queen to defend this, I actually could take that. Maybe I am threatening knight d3. It's nice to have a threat. But surely there's some easy way for black to deal with that. c4. No, they go queen there. They go queen there. All right, so we're threatening that. I'm going to assume queen g6, and I guess I just will go back. Queen e6, okay. All right, I gotta move. I mean, I'll have to take the draw at this point because the time situation. I don't think they're going to want to draw. Okay, so if they don't defend this, we'll take it. If they do, we'll take this. I suppose. Okay. Hmm. They are going to give it to me. Wow. Because then they take this. Ay, ay, ay. Man, I don't even think I can take it, guys. Oh. And I used all my time, too. Man. Problem is, after the king moved, I'm in trouble because everything's hanging. And I don't want to lose this to this. That's unfortunate. I guess I'm going to go 92 and hope for the best here if we can get this. I don't know what they're going to do, though. They're probably cooking up something sneaky. Can I go G6? Is that a good move or not? H6? I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure. Threatening rook D2. I am threatening rook D2. What's happening? What is happening? What? What was that? What was that? The guy was playing like so fast the whole game. Then he was like taking a minute every move and couldn't do anything. What in the world? Okay. That's very strange. I don't know what happened. Anyway, that's why you don't resign and you keep fighting, because you never know when your opponent's going to fall apart. Yeah. They were crushing me, and then apparently I had a missed win. Let's see what that was. No brilliant moves. Yeah, right around here, b5 was a good move. They just really outplayed me here. Like, really outplayed me. Apparently that was not the bet. They should have started with a4. And then, where was the win? Getting close. Wait, what? No way. Okay. Anybody in the chat, tell me the move that Stockfish wants. Tell me the move that Stockfish wants. I'm going to say nobody's going to guess it. I'm going to say nobody's going to guess it. People are saying e5. Nope, it's not e5. It is not e5. I like the way you're thinking, but it's not, because then the queen comes and starts checking me. G6? Nope. Somebody said queen G6. No, it's not queen G6. Nobody has said the move. And if anybody says it, I know you're using the engine. Okay, I'm going to tell you. The move that Stockfish wants me to play is king h3. What? King h3? My first question is, why are we letting him trade queens? Because once he trades queens, my attack is gone, right? No, Stockfish says I'm winning. Because check, if the king goes this way, I'm coming down and taking this pawn, which apparently is winning. And if the king goes this way, I'm coming down. And even though I can't take a pawn, I guess it's a winning endgame because my king gets to invade. Which is... So it wants me to play this endgame where I'm down a pawn. And it looks like there's not really anything amazing happening, but apparently it is. So that's the move, king h3. Now, e5 is a nice idea. You want to checkmate. You don't want the queen to stop. But the problem is, I guess, he's going to check you forever. Well, maybe there's a way to get away now. The engine's changing. Wow, what an interesting position. Okay, I didn't see that. I did see rook d2. He goes here. Now I took. Now I'm just winning. Oh. Look at this move. e5 traps the queen in the corner. Dude. How did I not see that? Maybe because I had 8 seconds, but still. That is wild. Even if you try to push, it doesn't really do anything. You can always just take it. Either way, really. And the queen is still stuck in the corner. Oh my goodness. Don't put your queen in the corner, guys. It's a bad idea. It's a very bad idea. Okay. So yeah, I'm definitely... Oh, I was winning until this. I had to go for this immediately. While the queen is still trapped. No. No. Can't take your own pieces, remember? So it's trapped. So now is when I threaten the checkmate. Only move for black is queen g7. Oh, but I let the queen out. And now my threat is not as good because the queen is going to check me forever. If they would have finished the game, they just stopped playing for some reason. And then they're losing. But if they would have just gone here. No, sorry, that's not the right one. Here. Oh, I see. They need to keep the queen on this diagonal. I see. So that when they take, they can defend with the queen. And apparently it's still just a draw because I have so many threats with my queen that even though they have these pawns, I guess it's not good enough. I guess it's not, because I can always just make them go back and What are you going to do? Fascinating. Very strange game. We did get the win somehow. Okay. All right. Excuse me. All right, guys. This is going to do it for me. We had some good games, some brilliant moves. That amazing checkmate. Which one was it? Let me show it again. I want to show it again to the people who missed it. Hold on. Which one was it? Hey, here we go. Here we go. All right. If you didn't see this game earlier, check it out. So, okay, we attack the queen. We go back. All right. So we've got all of our knights and bishops ready to attack. We sink a knight in the center. Very good. He goes here. What's the move for black? Don't say it if you were watching earlier. This is for all the latecomers. And if you want to rewatch it live, pause or switch off the stream because I'm about to give it away. So that's your heads up. Spoiler alert is coming. Ready? Knight takes e4. Brilliant move. Sacrificing the queen. Why? Check. If the king move, well, first let's do this. If they take you, check and mate with the 3 pieces. This is amazing. In the game, they decided to try to run. But then I came in with this knight. The king is totally trapped, which means you have to give up your queen. And when the dust settles, I have 3 pieces to 2. Even if you take me, I take you, and I'm winning. That was the best game of the stream right there. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you. I'll see you next time. I'm going to try to do Tuesday night, Wednesday afternoon going forward. So put it on your calendar if you want. That's kind of the schedule. But yeah. Thanks, Rob, Steven. Appreciate you guys as usual. And I will see you guys next time. Stay sharp. Play smart.